Foods Inside Track. Beautiful autumn days here in Brisbane, starting to get a bit of a chill in the air, well, for Brisbane standards anyway. Let's have a look and see what's happening there. Having a look at whole milk powder. So yeah, another neutral result last night on the GDT, down 0.6%, which was positive all in all, as it shows that demand is holding up for the short term. A real positive milk result for March out of New Zealand, plus 4% year on year. So plenty of milk in NZ, but demand seems to be holding up as well. For short to medium term outlook, we will obviously see milk weighing into the winter months out of New Zealand, so supply will be restrained. And if demand holds up, we should see continued firm pricing. Moving across to skim milk powder, so skim continues to be the star of the show. If you look at it on a global scale, in the US, we do see some shortage in supply and some real bullish conditions in the US. In EU, supply is okay for skim, however it is challenging to get product out of the country, so that export conditions are disrupted for EU skim. Australia and New Zealand, demand continues to be high in the Southeast Asian, Middle Eastern and North Asian markets. So yeah, skim continues its bullish run. It's on a 4-year high at the moment. Hasn't been this high in the GDT since August of 2022, and it's been on that bullish run since December of 2025. So yeah, in the short to medium term, with disrupted supply lines and volatile buying, we will continue to see reasonably good demand in the short term, keeping pricing quite firm on skim. In contrast to the powder market, butter fat is quite bearish at the moment, so we did see correction last night on the GDT for both AMF and butter. Yeah, some real volatile conditions globally. So if we look across the globe, in the US, we did see a bit of a climb a month ago on the CME. That has settled, and we're seeing bearish conditions again on fat out of the States. In the EU, yeah, we're into the swing of the season over there, so supply is good and demand is a little on the wane, so bearish conditions in the EU as well. If you look over at Australia and New Zealand, that NZ price was on a run earlier in 2026. However, that obviously corrected last night. So yeah, supply is reasonably abundant of fat globally, and demand is soft. So yeah, we do see a reasonably bearish to flat market in the short term for butterfat. Moving on to cheese out of the US, good production of cheese and plenty of product on the export market. So yeah, cheese is reasonably flat out in the States. EU, similar conditions to butter as well. So good supply, demand reasonably flat. In Australia and New Zealand, once again, a similar story. So yeah, across the board, cheese does seem in abundant supply, and demand is reasonably flat. So yeah, it seems a little bearish for the next 3 to 6 months. Looking at sweet whey and the proteins, similar story. Those whey solids in high demand still. So we've got the sweet whey side of things in short supply and in good demand globally. So keeping pricing quite firm. On the protein side, a similar story. We have seen that the true impact, I guess, of this higher WPI and WPC pricing now hit the consumer market. So it will be a bit of a question mark on whether that demand will be maintained at these levels. However, at the moment it seems to be keeping up, or demand seems to be keeping up. So yeah, we still see a bullish market, but it'll be an interesting 3 to 6 months just to see how the market will react to record pricing across both WPI and WPC. Thanks very much for listening to today's Inside Track. I hope you have a great fortnight. Look after yourself and one another.